Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. We are live today. I have not done a live, and I got all of my friends coming in from around the globe. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Theater
Hello.
Freedom Project. Yes, it's a good day. Gabriela, you coming in here?
Hola.
No, yes, I see you just cut your camera on.
Okay.
Good day and welcome to this episode at the Theater Freedom Project, where we explore the sacred path of healing, transformation, and awakening to your divine truth without any fear. Today is a special episode. We are journeying to Tulum, Mexico. It's a place of ancient magic and deep feminine remembrance to talk with a group of talented souls about an upcoming embodiment women's retreat. And it's happening this November. This retreat isn't just a getaway, it is a portal. It's a space where women can reconnect with their sensual power, release old stories, and return home to themselves. And joining me today is the visionary behind all of this, my goddess sister, Miss C. Sherelle McClish. You can call her C. She is the founder of the Healing is the New Sexy. Mm, mm, mm. Healing is the new sexy. I love that. It's a movement
Yes.
helping women to transform ordinary me time into divine self care. And we are also joined by an incredible team of co facilitators, Miss Joy, who is a hypnotic healer and author, helping women ignite unapologetic freedom through ritual and remembrance. And then we have the lovely Simone, a fashion stylist and embodiment guide who helps women merge shadow and style through dark feminine embodiment. That sounds very risque. And then we have our lovely brother Brian, also known as Blessed, a Tulum based sound healer and guide known for his transformative C note soul journeys. That sounds very good. Gabriela is also joining us, who is a jewelry artist from Tulum who works channels, crystals, and natural elements into wearable energy. And then we have the lovely Tanya Baird, a visionary behind Tanya's traveling flying dresses. You know what? I'm excited about that because I want to do that. She is inspiring confidence and beauty through stunning photo experiences. Welcome, family. I am so honored to have you as a guest here and to share this space with you all. Thank you so much for coming. All right. So, see, let's begin with you. What inspired you to birth this healing is the new sexy and this upcoming retreat in Tulum? What brought this on, sister?
Well, really, I just feel like it speaks for itself when the healing is a new sexy because we can act like you're healing here and there, but if you're not really healing, it's not sexy. You know what I mean? It's just not sexy that walk around not healing. We all going through our healing process, right? So it's a journey. So it's one day at a time. But I just felt like that to me was like it really touched my heart to really think about healing being a new sexy because in this new earth that we're going into, I feel like people are on this healing journey and I put this retreat together because I love retreats. It's something close to my heart. Actually, back in 2020, the first full moon in 2020, I went on an amazing retreat in Hawaii. It was the first full moon in 2020. It's after my mom had transitioned. So I really kind of lost my life in the sense of my voice, my wanting to really dance, sing, to be happy. I feel like I needed permission to do that. And the retreat actually just really kind of like I felt like I fell in love with myself and 13 other women. Like I married myself and I wanted to take what I had and bottle up and give it to every woman. That's exactly how I felt in my retreat. I didn't want to leave on this big, beautiful mountain in Hawaii. That feminine energy. We got up every day and we just like sang together. We did eye gaze and we did all these amazing workshops, events. And I felt like, wow, I just felt so held and so loved. And I was able to dance and scream on top of the mountain, no! Like a full sentence, right? So
Hmm.
I just felt amazing, and I wanted to take that back with me to the states. Hawaii is still the states, so I'll take it back home to Florida. And so I started Sister Circle, and of course, we know what happened in 2020. Everything shut down.
Hmm.
So I had my first Sister Circle at my new place, and I just wanted to bring that energy back. I felt like the combination of Sister Circles and retreats And here I am now, 5 years later in Tulum, and I wanted to put this together because I love what all these women have to bring to the table, with Les Bryan as well. So I just kind of like found pieces of all these women together and Brian, like, oh, I want to bring that to the table. Let me bring that to the table. I walked in Gabriela's shop when I first got here, actually, and I thought, oh, it was so beautiful. The smell was amazing. I'm like, her jewelry was amazing. I'm like, oh, so I always had her in my head. Every time I go in there, I'll be like, I want to do something with her. I see all her beautiful jewelry sitting there, and I'm like, oh, this could be a good workshop for women. And Tanya, I did flying dresses for my birthday with her. I know her for years, Goddess. We hung out back in the days in Playa. And I did that for my birthday in 2024. So I wanted to kind of do that on a retreat as well. And Simone, I know from Sister Circle, and just being in Playa, I mean, being in Tulum as well. And Joy, we just met Joy. She's a homegirl with me with Jersey, right? So we just kind of met at the laundromat in Tulum. And I'm like, she wanted to talk to me and I wanted to talk with her and we came together and long story short, here we are today. And I love what she has to bring to the table with hypnosis and together with Simone. It's just an awesome combination. I just love it. And bless Brian, we went together to get the cenote. It's a private cenote, y'all. So it's not a place where you're gonna be with other people around you. It's just the fact that you're gonna be there by yourself, being held by him in the water. I'm not a swimmer. So I said, let me go ahead and try this for myself because I wouldn't want anybody to try something that I haven't tried as a not being a swimmer. So he held me down in the water so I can calm me down. And that's what he'll be doing for the ladies. And from there, I tested myself, like I said. So I'm like, I wish I had some tea. So all these little things I want to put together, tea, I do sound healing, massage. So I'm like, I'm gonna put some tea, bring some sound healing, bring some massages at the cenote. So it's kind of all that. I do DIY, I do massages, relaxation, the cenote, right? And then we had the time and style as well. So I kind of put all that together and figured, you know what, this would be an amazing retreat. It's kind of how I birthed it.
Well, that's perfect. Now, are you wearing earphone? I hear some feedback. Are you wearing headphones?
I am not.
Okay, turn your mic down a little bit or turn something down. I feel like I hear some feedback. Um, so I'm glad you said cenote because I said C note. I don't even know what that is, but I'm glad that I was corrected. And then Brian, when we get to Brian, he'll get to tell us about that because I don't know. But yeah, I like to keep it 100. I don't know, but I'm glad you kind of jumped ahead of me because I was going to be like, how did you get this amazing tribe? How did you come up with your tribe? So let me see if I can turn something down. All right. Um.
I think that's better.
So I love, yeah, that sounds a lot better. I love that. I love your journey and I love the way that you kind of got this tribe together. So your journey of transformation kind of started after your mother's transition.
hmm
Can you share about how that experience shaped how you are designing retreats?
Okay, so as I mentioned that for me, when I went to well, I've been on many retreats. Like it's kind of I love going on retreats. Like I try to do it like once a year or maybe even twice a year. Um, so being that my mom transitioned, this was more of a significant retreat for me. And it was a longer retreat. It was in Hawaii. Sometimes I do weekends retreat or whatever, but it transformed me because I was able to connect with the women there. Like when you go to retreats, you meet the most amazing women or men as
Mhm.
going to a co-ed retreat because I did go to a co-retreat in Tulum last year as well. So you meet really incredible people. You meet like-minded people. And that's what I love about retreats. You get to connect with people from all around the world. This is Hawaii, so I met people from Switzerland, people from Canada. So I got a combination of people that I was able to meet with the women there. So anytime I go on retreats, that's what I really do. I love not only the medicine that I get to take in, but also the fact that I get to meet all these amazing people that's on the same journey as I am. So that's kind of how the Hawaii was so big for me after my mom transitioned. As I said,
Mhm.
I went to a lot with my family. Like
Mhm.
it happens with family, and I was just like really heartbroken, not only with my mom transitioning, but not having the support I thought I would have with my family. So it really was hard on me. It was really hard. And Hawaii and that retreat was such a significant time in my life to be able to bring me back my joy.
Mm. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump to Brian since he is the only male on the panel here. I got to jump to him. Yeah. So I want to know about cenote, the name that I just botched. uh, Blessed, your work with water and sound is deeply spiritual. Like, what makes these elements so healing to the body and to the soul? Uh, yeah.
So much I could say about that. But let's first go into the sonata because that may be the big question mark on the people's heads, maybe here, right? So
Yeah.
I haven't heard about it too, like before I ended up in Mexico. And a little bit about the story, I heard like something in me saying water, water, water. And then I landed in Mexico and then I was like, whoa, a cenote? What is this? And they are like how to describe something that is so magical. It's
Mm,
like the first that I went to was already like, whoa, what is this? And it's underground, physically, it's underground water coming up
mm,
to the surface or in a cave. And that water is ancient. It is literally coming from the underground layers caused, the underground tunnels actually caused by the big meteorite that killed the dinosaurs.
mm,
Like that caused all these tunnels, and that water is coming up there.
mhm.
And it's been used by the Mayans for I don't even know how long, and considered these places sacred. And the water, so about water and water, why water is get already in itself is a very healing fluid to be in,
Yes.
is water has the like there's something that you can call trained water. When water is treated as sacred and used for all kinds of rituals, it responds differently and it does different things with the human body than
Mm,
water that is just like seen as just water. There is really it been researched, and water carries memory, and it allows you to remember. And this is where my work comes in the water, but I'm doing that wherever I'm at in the world, also digitally. Is it allows you to remember who you truly are.
yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful.
And water just strengthens that process, but it's also possible like this, what I do around the world through sessions that I give, transformational, but also to the tribe that I'm now creating. Um, but in the water, like then there's also the aspect of when you hold someone in the water, when they're held and when they can let go, maybe even for the first time in their life, they fully let go in the safety of such a sacred and magical place, something happens. Something happens when you just like I see it, time and time
Mm-hmm.
again, that I hold them in the water and also with sea, and there's something deep down that just does like
Oh, I need that. 'Cause I need to come. I do. I need that right
yeah,
now.
there you
I'm
go.
not kidding. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
do. I
something
mean,
lets go. Let's
yes,
surrender.
jeez.
In that
I wish.
surrender, you come to
Yes.
deep transformation into actually more of who you truly are.
Mm. That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, what other shifts do you see when you're working with people? Like,
In the water.
yeah, when they are reconnecting with who they really are, with who they truly are. Like, what other shifts do you
Yeah.
see in people when
Yeah.
you're
So
working with them?
I will take it a bit broader than just in the water. Um, and I can say so much. Like but to connect it now to the water, let's do that first. Is like I've had a couple that I guided, and this lady was really from the mainstream world, not into the healing world. Because if you're, the more you connected you are with yourself and with who you truly are, and that's an unfolding ever deeper, right? It's also
Mm,
still continuing with me, right? But if you're very new to this world, then it may take some time.
mhm.
And I've had a lady totally from the mainstream world who, after one session in the water, said, "Now I remember who I am."
Mm.
Like,
So we all need to be
wow,
dunked in the water. Yeah.
like wow, like for me that's even mind blowing. Like, and we both enter into a space of surrender. Also, for me, I'm not in a place that I know how to guide someone. I'm every time, like almost every time, doing something new, and then later my mind is surprised by what I actually did because I'm coming from surrender. I let this that is bigger than me and higher than me lead me and lead
Yes.
the other person, and through that miracles happen. Because yeah, maybe also C can talk a little bit about her experience in that, because I would say I would also see that as quite a miracle actually what happened there, based on your background, C. So that's a living experience. You have the living experience of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's beautiful that you are actually allowing water to be channeled, the energy and the spirit of water to channel through you. Yeah, that now that's a true baptism. Okay, you know
That's
what? Yeah,
incredible what you're saying there, because
it
literally
is.
one of the last guys that I guided literally said that this is not a bad baptism is how you know it, but this is a
Mm-mm.
baptism beyond all of that, like maybe how it's meant to be.
Exactly how it's
Like,
really meant to be, not how we were conditioned and not how we were taught. But this is going beyond the veil. I love that. My God, I'm coming to Tulum, Mexico, and you're going to do whatever that is for me. Okay. I mean it. I
love it.
need it. Yes, I can't wait to come. I'm going to move over to Simone. I love that you take on embodiment through fashion because this is great because I don't feel like I'm all that fashionable, right? So anyone that takes fashion and it can turn it into something sacred, I love that. How can something like every day getting dressed become a sacred act of healing? That's what I want to know.
For me, I find I like to call it intentional dressing,
Mm,
because every day, some people lay out their outfits for the week and they've already pre-planned how that week's going to go. And I've never been good at that because I need to embody the energy in the morning, wake up, how do I feel today? What do I want to feel? What aura do I want to bring into the world? So I find deciding who you're going to be that day, which is a form of glamour magic, which people don't hear about often, but it's kind of like it's spell casting through your wardrobe, essentially. So it's deciding through the colors and the cuts and the perfume you put on, the jewelry you put on. I'm an accessories girl, so that each piece you put on with intention becomes a spell, and that's what you cast out into the world. So that's how your styling and your wardrobe becomes a ritual and a spell book. And that's I've been in fashion for the last 16 years now, and I've gone through many different iterations of dressing people, from music videos, advertising. I had a shop, and I used to dress in festivals, and there's many different ways of how people wear and embody clothes. And it was always sad to me when someone was afraid to be, like, especially women, who was afraid to just, oh, I can't wear this because this person's going to say this, and I can't do this because of, there's all these reasons that they couldn't just exist. And that's what was always really sad to me. And that's how I ended up coming to this work and turning fashion into something that's an expression. Radical is what I like to call it.
yeah, golly, young lady. I need to see you, sister, because I am one of those people. And see, this is the Fear to Freedom Project. So this is where fear ends and freedom begins, through this channel. And that's the reason why I created this channel, because I have lived, in fear. And so I wanted to just like free myself of all of that. And dressing, I love accessories, but some things I am that person that likes to plan it out. I
Right.
never get yeah, I never get up and be like, maybe once in a while, but I'm always like ahead of the game, always wanting to plan. So you are really doing something for me. I think that if you do that, you kind of put yourself in a place of power when you
Yeah.
dress like that. Would you agree? Is that
I,
what you're teaching us?
yeah, I do. And there's also an element of my work is shadow work, because I find when people plan, it's because obviously it's control. So you're trying to control how people see you, trying to control yourself, and you're afraid of being spontaneous and just existing, right? So what I like to do is combine shadow work with it, because that part that you're trying to hide actually is your golden shadow that needs to be expressed. So if you let the freeness come in the morning and, God, how do I want to exist today? That's where true power, I believe, come from. And that's why I don't really like trends as well, because it keeps people in these boxes of ways to behave, and you
Yeah.
don't ever get a chance to just be you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true. Gosh. Oh man, I wish I could come to the retreat. I'm feeling so connected to you all right now. Honestly, I really am. I really do. I would come there. We probably all need to do something a little bit later. All right, I'm gonna move to Joy because I know we in the sake of time, but Joy, your work is powerful, blending hypnosis, ritual, and even like AI. How do these elements help women release their old patterns and step into authentic freedom, Coach Joy?
Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for having us all here. I really appreciate your
Yes,
work
you're
that
welcome.
you are doing, because it is needed. And it's, of course, part of why we're having this retreat, right? Why we all came together. I think we all have that in common in the work that we do and what we're putting out into the world. So for me, my background is hypnosis. I've been a hypnotist and a dominatrix for over a decade, actually closer to 15 years now. And AI
Wow.
is something that I've been a part of for the last few years. Just actually taking that to help others, right? Instead of just myself for a while and playing around and kind of doing fun, but realizing now that that is absolutely a way to help women, people, especially leverage, right? And actually have more time for themselves. For me, I'm all about helping women specifically, right, to be more authentic, as things that we've talked about today, right? Moving into our authenticity, being more audacious, and being aligned. So I feel like we can absolutely do those things more and have more time for them with the AI. But hypnosis is one of the tools that I use to help women just reconnect with themselves, right? I love to reconnect them with the dominatrix that I feel is inside of every woman,
Yes,
because
girl.
she is the part of you who is free, right? Who
Yeah.
does not explain herself, who is unapologetic, and who gives herself what she wants to receive from the world, right? And of course, right, she is has more time and energy to actually be in a space where she can give, right, from her full cup. Okay, she
Mhm.
knows how to say no, and she knows when she needs to say yes, right? She knows when it's time for her voice to speak, and she knows when it's time for her silence to do the talking, right? So to me, she is the whole embodied higher version of you. I believe we're all gods just here having an experience in this human body, right? And we
Uh-huh.
get to choose what that looks like, right? We get to create tomorrow with what we do today. So I love helping women to create a life right now for tomorrow and days on, where they can just truly be in who they are and your essence, and be in the perfection of who you came here to be.
Mm, That is so wonderful. I feel all of the energy that you all are bringing right now. I'm serious. I really feel a lot of energy coming from sitting over here in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. I do. I feel like I'm at the retreat. I feel like Brian just baptized me. I ain't kidding. I do. I just can't. We just need to like it just needs to. I just need to get to Tulum so it can actualize what I feel like he really baptized me, and then Joy and Simone. Gosh, I feel that energy, and I am glad that you are here because I am one of those people, one of those women that kind of held back a lot. And so now I am coming into the part of just being free, just caring not to care, you know, and just focusing on what really gives me joy and letting myself just express myself without fear. So, yeah. Wow,
And
Joy, what do you, yeah,
I just
go
want
ahead.
to add to that, that it's awesome because we get to go through all these stages, right, of life.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we get to come here knowing who we are. We forget and get conditioned, and then we get to, create obstacles, and we get to find our way back. So it's beautiful because you were able to have the experience of being, stuck in fear, and then we move forth, and the fear never quite goes away, but we get to
Mm-mm.
hear those thoughts and those voices, and we get to say, "Thank you, I appreciate that. I know you're trying to protect me, but you can move along because I'm not there anymore."
That's true.
All right, I
Yeah.
show.
Yes, yes. Yow, 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 yow. All right. I love that. All right. Thank you, Miss Joy. I think who we gonna move next to? Gabriella. Gabriella, listen, I sold jewelry for some years. I used to have jewelry parties and I just love jewelry as accessories. I had to give a lot of jewelry away whenever I moved to Panama. I gave a lot of my stuff away because I just had so much. It was just excess. So your jewelry carries such an intention and energy. How does creating these pieces become a pathway to healing and self expression? I hear a little feedback. If you can turn maybe your, are you wearing headphones? I hear some feedback. All right, let's see if you can turn your sound down a little bit, your volume down. I hear some feedback.
I better take out.
Okay, I think that's good. All right.
I think it's better.
That's perfect. Yes. Creating these pieces become a pathway to healing and self expression. How does that work? How are you using jewelry to do this?
um, at first, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm very excited to be here with you and to know what do you do and why I'm connecting with you. Now I understand it better.
Yes, yes. You're
um,
welcome.
yeah. Well, I love to work with natural elements. I love to work with quartz, with pearls, natural stones. I know that each of them has their own energy and their own properties, and they have some benefits, not just like beauty, but also spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. If you connect with them, you can find those benefits. So I like to work with them because of that, because I think there are like a channel also to connect with yourself, and that's what I like. I like to do like customized jewelry, so the people
Mm.
can express themselves through that, and that's why I work with that, with the quartz.
Quartz, you said, with quartz?
Yeah, with the stones, with the natural stones.
Okay, any stones. Okay.
Yes,
What do you
yes,
hope that no, go ahead. Go ahead.
because you can even how can I say, you can do meditation with them. You can bring them with you depending the occasions, the situation you're going through. You can choose one of them and connect with them, and so they can be helpful.
Yeah. So how did you start first working with them? Because I have stones. I have not yeah, I have them because I've read that certain stones hold certain, energy. And so that's the reason why I have them. I kind of wear
Mhm.
them, for certain things. But what made you start with stones and yeah, what made you start working with stones?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Actually, it starts, I always feel attract, but once I had an experience with sound healing and with the, I don't know how to say in English, the cuenco with quartz,
Mhm. Mhm.
the, not the Tibetan, but the quartz made, like natural stones.
Mhm.
And I feel how they've been like, the energy being through my body and helped me to heal many things. I realized like I know everyone, we have this capacity to connect and heal. But sometimes some people connect more with something, no, like water or
Yeah.
crystals, and I feel like the call through them. And I started to try like
Oh, we lost her. She's gonna come back. That's okay. She's gonna come back. Um, I feel a lot of energy coming from you all. I really have to say that. It's a lot. You all are very blessed, and I know that you are, because the energy is overwhelming. Like, yeah, I have to say that. I feel like I am literally at your retreat, and it is
Wow.
all energetic. So I
Mhm.
did not expect this, and this is live. I didn't expect to feel this much energy coming from you all. So mm, I'm just going to settle into it because it feels very activating. So I'm going to ground myself because, yeah, it is a lot. You all have a lot of energy. All right, Gabriela, you are back. So yeah, just keep going. You started to work with the stones because of why?
because I think they are a medium to connect with yourself and to heal
Mm.
yourself. They is like helping, depending of the quartz, the energy they have in them, with your deepest consciousness, with your self-being, with your um, see, I don't know. Sorry, my English is not like that good,
No, you
but
don't have to apologize. Say it in your
yes,
own language. I'm fine with that.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, that's what I wanted to say. They are like a way to connect with yourself, and help you
Yes.
to balance
Yes.
your emotions when you use them, or when you meditate with them, to think like you can. For example, now I'm wearing a masonita, and it helps me like to express better, maybe because the language and everything. So it's an example. You can wear
Yes.
something that can make you feel beautiful, but also can help you to balance your energy depending the situation.
Mm. Mhm. I love that. I really love that. I feel really good. I feel a lot. I feel like jittery, honestly. I feel a lot of energy from y'all. So this is really good. I'm going to move over to, lastly, but certainly not leastly, Miss Tanya, the traveling flying dress experience. This has become a very iconic experience, and I know
Yes.
that I was thinking of having that going to Jamaica. I'm like, oh, look at the flying dresses. Like, this is really beautiful. So it just started coming over. I saw it on TikTok. And now here you are. What
Yes.
inspired you to turn a photo shoot into a movement of empowerment? That's just beautiful.
Wow. Wow. That's a great question, and thank you for having me on here and being able to explain the movement behind the flying dress, because I think a lot of us are very familiar with the conventional flying dress photo shoots. That was birthed in actually Santorini, Greece, and now so many different vacation destinations have taken on the flying dress, for the experience, right?
Mhm.
So um, I had always heard about it and always seen the beautiful pictures. And then I did one myself in Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey. And um, and it was such a beautiful experience, right? And I knew that this was something that I wanted to do because I was living in Mexico, and I was living in an area, Playa del Carmen, that was constantly growing and attracting more tourists, like, Tulum and Cancun. And I said, this would be beautiful to set up to do in Playa del Carmen. And, my fashion is in background, my background is in fashion.
Mhm.
And I wanted to couple that feeling, that empowering feeling that I did when I did that photo shoot, with fashion. When women put on, when we make up ourselves up, when we dress ourselves up, we feel beautiful, right? We feel
Yeah.
very beautiful. We're feeling ourselves, and you know. And I said, I want to make this about women stepping into their power,
Mm.
right? This flying dress is going to represent letting go. It's going to represent taking flight. And I wanted to create that space so that whatever that looks like for that woman, I wanted them to step into it fully.
Mm.
Okay. Not holding back. I wanted them to be very authentic in feeling what they feel. And as I was sitting here listening to Gabriela, I think that's Gabriela, listening to her talk about the stones and the and the different energies that the stones give out.
Yeah.
And I'm into stones myself, and I have certain stones that I use for different reasons. And I thought about that. I was like, wow, to incorporate that in this circle here that we created, this energetic circle for this retreat.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to know, like, just to have these women hold them stones, whatever it is at this retreat, when these women take these flying dress photo shoots, and step into that power.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for them to be able to pick the stone and hold that
Mm.
stone, or just feel that stone prior to that photo shoot, so that it can just permeate.
Mm.
And I just got that idea, and I was like, that would be so powerful, because one of the things that we try to get the women to do during the photo shoot is to relax and be themselves. And sometimes we
Yeah.
have to use music. Sometimes we have to use whatever music that helps them loosen up, because music is medicine. And we ask, what is your what music do you like? So we'll play that for them, so they can just start to flow and swing and get into the rhythm, and it loosens them up so that they're not afraid. Because I tell them, just go, just do you, whatever, get in the moment, do you, feel what you feel, and I'm just going to start snapping. Okay, because I'm going to
Yes.
capture that. And I want you, and after that photo shoot is done, I want you to see what you gave on that photo shoot. That's what it's about. So you can look at those photos and say, "Wow, I want you to see what you were, what you was feeling, what you were reflecting, what was going on at that time." That's why I want them to just let loose, feel what you're feeling, become that woman that you want to be, or that you're feeling at that very moment, wherever it is. That's what that photo shoot is about. So we take it a little bit more further than just a flying dress. This photo shoot embraces self-love. It embraces women empowerment. It embraces confidence in motion.
Mm.
And that's what this photo shoot is all about.
Are you the photographer?
I'm the photographer for some of my photo shoots, and then I have other amazing photographers that I work with. So
Oh,
I
okay.
do step in from time to time because I enjoy it. Most times when I have my photographers do it, I'm on the sideline. I'm present because I'm on the sideline, and I'm telling them to feel it. I'm I'm narrating from the sideline. And then sometimes I jump in and I just, because I'm telling you, every facet of what I do in this business excites me, every part of it.
Mm.
And I can go from being the photographer to being the one who makes the dress fly if I don't have enough wind to do it, to
Yeah.
narrating. I do it all because I love what I do. And I get into it, I get lost in it.
That's good. Then that's your calling. That's your purpose. Especially if you feel excited
Yes,
and joy,
absolutely.
then you're channeling all parts of the highest part of you than doing this. This
Yes.
is just beautiful. I feel like I've been to the retreat. Y'all gonna have to do another retreat next year because I can't come in November. I just can't come. But I totally feel like I'm walking away with something really good. I'm coming to highlight you all, and I feel like I am walking away with so much energy and so much beauty and style and empowerment and a complete baptism from Brian. I mean it. Y'all think I'm playing. I feel it. Uh so this conversation, we got to wrap up here, and this conversation has been so beautiful. It's just been a reminder that healing comes in so many forms, through water, through sound, through style, through ceremony, creation, and celebration. But before we go, I would love for each one of you to just share one word or one phrase that captures what this retreat represents to you. Let's start with Coach Joy.
So for me, yeah, more of what I love: authenticity, audacity, and alignment.
Ooh, I love that. What about you, Tanya?
Self-love movement. That's the tagline. That's the message I want to push to all of my women and men. It's not, this is not just for for the women. I want men to also just embrace who you are, be who you are, be yourself, and self-care, self-love is the message I want to put out there to these women in this retreat. And then when I come, I want, that's what I want, to basically emphasize: love who you are, love who you are becoming.
Mm, I love that. Thank you for that. What about you, Simone?
I would say radical self-expression
Mm,
and finding the beauty in your shadow and your divine darkness is what I like to call it. So
wow.
yeah.
Okay. I receive that. Wow. Okay. What about you, brother Brian? Blessed Brian.
Yeah, so much I could say, but the most essential is that the intention here is that when you come there, that you, when you're there, that this that is tense, this that is guarding, this that is maybe the whole life trying to control,
Mm,
that can just do like right, that one, and that in that surrender you open into a part of you that you've maybe never experienced before, and
Mm.
that how you take that into your life, that you walk in a new way, see in a new way, experience in a new way, that is just way more radiating
mm,
who you truly
mm,
are.
mm.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And to my goddess sister, you, this is the reason why you all are here. See, Sherelle, do you have anything, last things for anyone listening? This, I want to say that this retreat is, tell them when the retreat is, and also what you're offering for anyone that's listening and see this retreat before November the 12th through the 16th. If you want to join this retreat, what we will offer them with the Fear to Freedom code. So thank you.
Yes, with that Fear to Freedom code, you can get 222, that's $222 off the price for the retreat. So you can always go to the website link and be able to log on and see what we have to offer from the page. And from there, you can be able to get on a call with me and see if this is the right fit for you. We definitely want the women to come. I feel, once again, let's thank you so much for having us, actually, Goddess Deborah. I'm so appreciative of you just have this opportunity to speak and be able to let the women know. This is definitely something close to my heart. And yes, November the 12th to the 16th in Tulum, Mexico. I did pull the Ocean of Miracle card today, right before I started.
Oh, we need some
And
miracles.
yes,
Thank you,
It's
Goddess
amazing.
Ocean.
so yeah, so come out and experience a miracle in Tulum. It's a magical place. I'm telling you right now, that water, it's going to be so divine. I really put my heart in this. This is my passion. I love retreats, and I picked this. I didn't really pick these people. They spirit guided me. You know what I mean? So this is
Yes.
sacred for me. This is a sacred invitation that I'm giving you to come to Tulum and be with us and experience the magic. This is not an ordinary retreat, as you probably can see. It's not going to be yoga and that's amazing, and all that type of stuff. But this is a little bit of a twist, and I want you to feel that magic. I want you to feel this goddess felt. I want you to come to Tulum and feel the magic. How we're going to restyle you, dress you in your flying dresses, restyle, hypnosis, tap into your dom. all that good stuff. We're gonna feed you well, of course, and we got some nice food for you to be able to do that as well. Beautiful setting. It's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be in November. The weather should just be calmed down by then with the rain. Come to Tulum, hang out with us. Just come. Experience the
Yes,
magic.
this is
It's in the
woo.
2025. It's a number 9 year, right? So if you want to step in something different for 2026 and you've been wanting to come to retreat, this is it. Just answer the call.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, this is true. If you're watching this, what I just felt just on the podcast, I mean, through the airwaves here is a lot of energy. I really do wish that I could come to this retreat in person. However, it is not possible, but I am there with you in spirit, and your energy is definitely with me because I feel it. And I wish you all so much success on this retreat. And see, Sherelle, you can come back here in another week. We can talk about it. And um, Tanya, Coach Joy, Simone, Brian, to Gabriella, who had a little bit of technology. Technology can be a little wonky, but I just, deep bow to you. Thank you so much for coming and share your magic on the Fear to Freedom Project. You are definitely welcome back here anytime. And I know that one day I'm going to be in your presence, flying with a flying dress, being baptized with some jewelry and my dominatrix and whatever Coach Joy is telling me to do. I'm going to be all in it. I'm going to be all ready for it. So I love you all. I appreciate you. Peace and love to you until the next time. Thank you. If you are listening to this, subscribe. Listen, we're going to have, you can look in the show notes and you will see where to sign up for this retreat where you can get a discovery call and see if this is going to be for you. And peace and love to the next time. All right.
Peace
Love
and
you
love.
Ashe.
guys.
Oh,
Uh,
Much love.
absolutely. Absolutely.